various types of roles and users, how you can manage them. For now, what I would like to do is like I'd like to put together some kind of agenda for coming days. Using this time to make quickly. Just trying to open Excel sheet. Let me know when you see that.
Yeah, you can see it.
I'm just trying to put the agenda on the call itself, so make it interactive. This will actually, help you to, prioritize your topics. So where you want to spend more time, less time, etc.
Okay.
So dates, maybe I can work it out separately on dates, but let's figure out the topics first. Let's this one. I'm just trying to give the basic overview. What is Sales Cloud? Okay, and how many pillars are available in Sales Cloud, and that how to navigate between pillars. So these are various things that I would cover under basic overview of Sales Cloud. So then we'll get down to users basically. We call it roles in Sales Cloud. Salesforce call it a different way. They call it profiles. So users basically user management, role management, how to assign roles to users, how to create users. There are different ways of creating users, but which one is the best way, best practice, etc. All these things will be covered. And then we'll talk about mainstream objects, such as accounts, contacts, leads, and opportunities. And there are many more like activities, etc. But that's okay. So those are common items. We'll cover them at the same. And then I'll talk about functional setup manager. This is basically about how to configure the application. There are different types of extending the application. Rather, I would say modifying the application or implementing the application. One of them is configuration, another one is customization, and of course integration. So we will not talk about integration. We will limit ourselves to customization and configuration. So configuration is nothing but just click and move kind of options. You don't have to do coding anything. Any sort of coding is not required here. That's called functional setup manager. It's basically about a list of tasks that will be executed based on the need, and then setting some kind of profile options. All these things will be covered, and this will be done. So this is basically a functional part of setting the application. So that's the another an important one. Without this, you cannot really start any application. That's how it goes. And then we'll talk about application composer. This is a tool, and this is actually taking care of customization part of it. It's nothing but creating fields, creating pages, creating various layouts, working on workflows, server scripts. Everything happens here. So this is a kind of part of the application where you create any kind of extensibility in the application.
So you'll be covering most of it over here, having workflows and stuff.
I'll talk about. I'll touch every important aspect of the application composer.
Okay.
Okay. So after that, data import or data migration. So this is purely file based. file-based report. Okay, and then the report part of it. We'll talk about how to configure the reports. We don't call it configure, rather how to build reports and how to build analytics. And then once you create base reports, how to assemble them in the form of a dashboard, etc. And in how many ways you can build reports. There are primarily 3 ways, but we always use 2 at the most, depends on the need. We will completely ignore the basic way of reporting. Nobody uses that. And you never know when Oracle actually face that kind of reporting, phasing out, basically. So basically, OTBI, we call it Oracle Transactional Business Intelligence. That's one type we will cover it. Another one is, I simply touch base on the BIP, Business Intelligence Publisher, BI Publisher. That's more of doing with PL SQL coding. Only when you know PL SQL coding, then you can build data models based on the data model. On the foundation of the data model, you build the crystal reports. It's a kind of PDF friendly reports that you can build. So those are like advanced reporting tools. I simply touch upon, but it's up to you to how to even explore more on the BIP. I mean, that's the same technology that's coming from all your evidence suite. I mean, if you are able to do there, you can do here. Nothing more that I need to explain that. The same technology here that comes. So these are at the high level topics that I would like to cover, and this should actually encompass the important aspects of the Sales Cloud. And any questions so far?
Oh, this should be fine.
Nothing serious, but anyhow, you go getting into the subtopic next, right? So probably then we'll discuss.
Yeah, we'll add it. I'll add it separately. I don't want to waste time, on the Excel sheet. Just want to cover the high level. Maybe offline I can add these topics. Then I'll put dates, and then I can share this document. And then of course the percentage of
now when you
track like completion. Yes.
Oh, sorry. When you talk about mainstream objects like your accounts, contacts, leads, and opportunities, you will be talking about everything, right? Right from the setups and what are the different options available, profiles, lookups, and territories and stuff.
Little louder? Can it be little louder from your side? Am I loud and clear?
You are not. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Could it be better in terms of loud?
I think I just put on the.
Not loud enough.
Okay, just give me a second, Srinivas.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Srinivas, am I clear? Audible now?
Yeah, the same page. But let's continue. Yeah. Just suppose your question.
Okay. Now, my question was regarding the mainstream objects like your accounts, contacts, leads, and opportunities. So you'll be covering everything, right? In detail about the relative setups and lookups and profiles, territory management, rule-based assignment, and qualification assessments, everything.
Of course, yes. So I mean, when I said mainstream objects, it's about it's more about how the relationship exists between accounts, contacts, leads, and opportunities, how to navigate, and basic functionality of those objects. What you talked about, like various leads qualifications, etc., that's more of functional setup manager job. So because I want to give you how the architecture of these mainstream objects, that's the intention of adding that point number 3. But when it comes to functional setup manager, yeah, so everything will be covered, like whatever you mentioned. Okay, all the rules, all the lead qualification rules or some kind of schedules, etc. So those things will be covered. But
the forecasting and quota management.
Lookups, yeah, all those will be covered in application composer. How to create a field, how to add a lookup, how a lookup is reused, etc. So those are a part of application composer.
Okay. No, what I meant was like your assessment, lead scoring, and the qualification of the leads and forecasting, quota management, then using of these auxiliary fields for territory management. All those things will be covered in the functional setup.
No. Those are different topics. I'll talk about that. Territories, quotas, forecasting are entirely different. Those are not part of regular Sales Cloud. I'll talk about that in my basic overview. Maybe we can discuss more. Okay. How they are different from your regular objects.
No, will those be part of this training?
Sorry?
No, territory, forecasting, quota management, everything will be part of this training, or it will not be part of this training?
Territories I can cover, but not quotas and forecasting, because that requires a lot of configuration on the application, which will not be covered in the regular Sales Cloud. Territories I will cover.
Including the auxiliary dimensions.
Yeah, of course. I can explain that. Thing is, see, this is what it is. Any training, maybe I'll try to be, intuitive, as far as possible. But thing is, it should come from you. The question and the kind of question I can answer you. But I cannot show you like A to B, B to C, something like that.
Okay. But I'm trying to say, sorry for asking so many questions at the beginning. I'm just wondering, quota management forecasting, you're saying it will not be part of this plan. I'm just wondering, why is that?
I'm hearing you, but it was not very clear to me, the voice. Is it okay for everyone?
Okay. Aman, you are very clear.
I mean, I'm not able to hear that very clearly. You seem like very the mic.
No, I'm put the headphone and the speaker. Now, what I'm asking is quota management and forecasting. You're saying this will not be part of this session.
See, I can talk about, okay. I can navigate through quotas and forecasting. I can explain things. What I'm trying to say is, I cannot really configure them, because that's it's a kind of project itself. I can talk through what it is for, how it can be done. Maybe I can take you through various screens, but I will not be configuring in the application. That's what I'm trying to say. Because that itself will take a lot of setups, and there are some setups which are not reversible once I do it. You follow me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that much I can cover you on the quotas and forecasts. But forecast particularly and quotas, once it is published and configured and published, those are not reversible. That's what I'm trying to say. So rest of the things, yeah. Okay. Rest of the things can be done.
Without publishing, you're able to show. Without publishing them, with the basic configuration, we will be able to see it.
See, if I don't publish, right, you don't see the end-to-end functionality there. So because I need to create a quotas, okay, and then publish it, and then only I will be able to see it from every user point of view. And the functionality is available only when you publish that quotas. Okay. But until publishing, I can tell you, if you're okay with that. Until publishing, what all I can do, and after publishing, what you can do, probably I can explain it, but I cannot do that in the system.
That is fine. So as long as you're able to show us till publishing, and publishing, after publishing, what happens without showing it is also fine.
Right.
Okay. Now, basically, Srinivas, our idea of taking this training is, after this training, we should be able to kind of, understand end-to-end flow, and even though not fully hands-on and implementing it, we should be able to get an idea of how to implement Sales Cloud.
All right, that's totally depends on your practice. A trainer will only give you inputs, yeah, how things can be done. Yeah, let me know if you have any concerns on that approach, because the training is a training, but I cannot like give you assignments and then review the assignment, etc. I will not be able to do. Yeah, so I can only explain the functionality, probably configure certain functionalities, and then you should take it forward from there. And then you can come back with questions. I'll try to help you out answering them.
Perfect. That sounds fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have expectation in the beginning itself. Yeah, you setting me the expectation, even I do doing the same thing for you. Both should work, and if you are all good on that approach, then only we'll take it forward. Otherwise, yeah, we should not have conflict in the middle of the training.
That's so basically the first session is about, so that both everyone is on the same page.
That's right. So I cleared my approach, like how I'll be taking you through various entities. And then if you're okay with that, then yeah, we can take it forward.
Perfect. That's fine. So territories and all will be getting into the details. So setup and all. Only issue will be the forecasting part, where it's not reversible. So you will not take it to the end. You will just show it to a certain extent, and the rest you will give us what exactly will happen instead of showing exactly.
That's right. That's right. Territories can be removed once I publish. That's the reason why I said I can do that territories for you.
That's fine. And the role-based assessment, everything that can be done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
got it.
Thank you. All right. Maybe let me add that as like, item here so that we don't forget. All right. So I will share you once this is expanded.
Okay.
We can run it on daily basis. So all right, guys. Today I'll try to give you the overview of this sales cloud application, and then we can move on to the next topic from tomorrow. So this is the sales application. Yeah, whatever you see here, this called Redwood theme, which is like a Oracle recommended theme, but we can still change the theme here. Probably you would have seen different themes. The look and feel will be different for each theme. So that's a different part of the configuration. So we have different tools how to do that. We may also touch base them. Basically, Sales Cloud. Yeah. So what you see here, sales, is about actually Sales Cloud, basically. And also you see service and partner management. These two modules also share some of the objects from the sales, because it's like hub and spoke approach. Hub being the sales, and the spokes being like your service, your CPQ, your service cloud, which is right now, and commerce cloud, etc., etc. So when I said hub, that's the master application from which various transactions are generated. So sales cloud application will have accounts as the common object. Basically, accounts will have its own transactions, be it opportunities, be it codes, be it service requests, all will be actually generated basically from this hub, which is sales cloud application. But the hub could be different for different companies. That's okay. So if I stick to Sales Cloud has different pillars, like I mentioned earlier, which is called PRM, okay, which is Partner Relationship Management. The second one is about SFA, not necessarily the same order, okay, I'm just giving it randomly. Salesforce Automation. So Salesforce Automation is primarily, I'll highlight here. all these parts until here, and then barring 5, this will cover 6 and 7 entirely Salesforce automation basically. And I'm not including territories quotas forecasting into Salesforce automation because that's not how it's defined. That's part of sales performance management basically. So sales performance management is defined as like the following items are put together is called sales performance management, which is like territories, quotas, forecasting, and incentive compensation. So that's the third pillar of the sales cloud. You may be confused. I'm telling sales cloud, but still some of them are not covered in the sales cloud because that's the confusion created by Oracle already. Okay, but so they still call it sales cloud, but they primarily cover Salesforce automation. Whatever training you attend, Oracle University training or Oracle partner training you attend, when they say Sales Cloud training, they primarily cover only Salesforce automation and nothing else. Nothing on SPM or PRM, etc. Okay, so with that, 3 pillars are covered by me. The 4th pillar is CDM, Customer Data Management. Sales Cloud has a basic flavor of CDM, but it's a separate licensing altogether. Basically, it's about data enrichment, data like addresses and contacts are getting enriched by extra license. And also it can do, duplicate, a batch process to do, identifying the duplicates, resolving the duplicates, etc. So that's a completely separate technology and separate license, which I don't have on this application. But everything comes under Sales Cloud. So if you want to get clarity more there, let me show you how it is packed together in Sales Cloud. Setup and maintenance. So this setup and maintenance is nothing but your functional setup manager. Everything happens on the setup and maintenance. So I'm just trying to show you how Oracle defined as a package, but how the training is separately covered on Sales Cloud in the form of SFA. I'm just trying to avoid that confusion in the beginning itself. Okay, it's very slow.
While it's loading, Srinivas, just one. So you'll be covering the part of PRN and the sales campaigns as well?
PRM, I don't see anything I should cover there because that's again, it's. See, I'll show you what PRM is. PRM is nothing but your SFA copy there. You would also find there same leads and opportunities. Okay. Only thing is the login is different. Partner users are created, and then partner will he will create customer contact, lead, and opportunity. The same functionality there as well. It's about only security that differs.
Okay.
And now you see here like sales, right? This is called Sales Cloud. I'm just trying to show you. Now here everything is covered under Sales Cloud, including your quotas. Even partner relationship management is called Sales Cloud. Okay, as a package. Even the sales contracts, subscriptions, incentives. But ideally, that's not the Sales Cloud. But that's how they put it under Sales Cloud. All the modules under one roof. They call it Sales Cloud. The marketing guys basically. But the core Sales Cloud is nothing but Salesforce automation. So and that's where actually most of the projects are also located. So if you know Salesforce automation well and little bit of SPM, that's it. You are 95% good with that with the Sales Cloud.
Okay.
All right. So the 4 pillars are like SFA, PRM, SPM, and CDM. I will not be talking anything about CDM. I don't have the license required one. And PRM, like I said, you see, PRM is just nothing but creating a partner and partner user. That's it. But sales, it takes care of all your Salesforce automation and part of SPM, which is like territory quotas and then forecasting. And incentives, I don't talk about it. That's again a separate license. That's okay. You understand that better. So So for any questions?
Sorry, man. The 4 pillars I just noting it down. One is your Salesforce automation. The other is PRM. The other one is CDM. And what is the fourth one? Sorry.
SPM.
Performance management, is it?
Yeah, sales performance management, which comprises of territory,
PRM,
forecasting, and incentives.
And SFA, Salesforce automation. PRM is partnership management and customer data management.
Right, that's right.
And customer, I mean, curiosity was this regarding customer data management. What I understand is this is basically used to, refine your customer data, get the third-party data, deduplication, and all those things. So you basically have a license with a third party like Dun & Bradstreet or some other providers, and you get the data corrected.
Yeah, even Oracle has its own licensing, which is called EDQ, Enterprise Data Quality.
Okay. Okay.
So when our customer subscribes that licensing, it basically does all this. That's an engine. So we need to get for that process.
But people do use that, man. In your experience, where you implemented, people actually go for the product.
Yeah, they do go.
They do. Okay.
Absolutely, they go for. Yeah, if they have Sales Cloud, if they are very much concerned about their data quality, so EDQ is the best option for.
Okay.
Okay.
Srinivas, just wanted to know one more thing. So tomorrow, if you want to go, if we guys decide to go for certification, what are the main things which will be needed for that? The core modules, all the 4 modules which I mentioned, all of them will come, or just
no.
SFA?
Again, certification is a different approach they follow. Certificates, there are only 2 certificates on Sales Cloud. One is Sales Cloud, they call it again. Another one is incentive compensation. Okay, 2 certificates are there. Sales Cloud. Sales Cloud for certification, except incentives, they may cover anything except service. Service is not covered, and little bit of is also covered in the certification.
Sorry, can you repeat the last one? Little bit of what?
Little bit of PRM.
Okay, PRM. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll take you through the navigation part of it. There are 2 ways that you can navigate. So there is something like 3 bars where you can find the replica of what you see there, but it's a different way of putting the navigator. Here you see lots of modules including ERPs, etc. But let's limit ourselves to sales. So it all depends on how customer.
Srinivas, I think can you slow down when you're navigating? I think there is a little bit of delay in the screen, so I'm seeing it after some time.
Okay, now you can see sales.
Now I'm able to see. Great.
Okay. So this is a navigation where we can customize keeping some of the icons, or we can remove some of the icons. And whatever you see here, those can be made available on the Springboard. We call whatever you see, this is called Springboard. Okay. So if I don't want to see, if I have not implemented anything like quotas, territories, and then forecasting, which actually as a customer, I don't want them to be seen on the UI, which will be adding a lot of confusion to my end user. So I can simply get rid of all these icons, whichever is not required for me. And if I'm implementing CPQ, this is a plugin for the CPQ. Codes, if I'm not implementing codes, I can get rid of this. So what I mean to say is that you can get any icon to any folder. These are called folders. partner management, loyalty, sales and service, etc., and goes on. And any folder, if you want to include or exclude any icon, you can do so. So under the folders, it's a collection of all the objects. Basically, if you click on accounts, this is the object, and it will take you to the basically a customer object. So the customer object is the common object across various pillars. That includes various other modules as well. You create a customer here, and then you can actually sync that same customer to the ERP cloud, basically. Let me take a step back. When I said ERP cloud, just for your knowledge, if somebody is implementing, you have an experience of implementing ERP cloud on the Fusion application, or you are entirely new to that?
We are new to this, Srinivas. The cloud itself we are new to.
Okay, then Fusion application, how it works, I'll give you some idea. Now the URLs, right? You see URL. This is one pod. Okay, so on this pod, any number of applications can coexist. Like it only roles could differentiate what kind of icons that you see on the screen when you log in. That's it. So the same URL can contain your accounts receivable, accounts payable, general ledger, everything, and then even supply chain management, the sales, and various other modules. So it's kind of entire enterprise applications you can see here. It all depends on the customer, what kind of modules they are subscribing, then what exactly they are implementing. If they are simply implementing sales, that's okay. They can the same URL work. And let's say down the line they want to implement ERP. Once Sales Cloud is, they don't have to change the URL. They can simply implement the same URL. It's just nothing but adding a separate module, enabling another module on the same application. So it's basically a coexisting application for several modules, be it ERP modules, SEM, your HCM, Sales Cloud, except CPQ. CPQ right now, these are not coexisting in this Fusion application. Okay, so those are separate add-in applications which will be integrated with this Fusion applications. Basically, I'm just trying to give you how Fusion applications work with the different applications. So basically, Fusion application stack is it actually comprises of various modules, and of course within sales. Let me use the word CX. CX is the better word. CX will actually is defined as your sales, service, CPQ, like I said, B2C service, commerce, subscriptions, etc. So CX, ERP, HCM, SCM. These are the 4 different applications, enterprise applications that you can work within this application. So CX, like I said, there is an exception. Like marketing, there is a separate application which is called Eloqua, and there is for quotes there is a separate application called CPQ, and for B2C there is a right now our service cloud, that is a separate application, and also commerce, that is a separate application. So though we call it CX, that's a marketing terminology, but those are not existing in this application. Only sales you can see here. Is it making sense for you, whatever I'm speaking? I'm just trying to explain how the terminology, is coined by, Oracle, and then, they keep on adding to so much terminology, they keep on changing the names. That is actually creating a lot of confusion to the customers in the marketplace as well. But that's how it is. Okay, so now let me talk about, so this navigation can be configured, modifiable, either this way or the one that you see here in the form of folders. We can exclude, include icons. We can create custom objects and then we can bring them out here. Let's say, so for example, properties is not a standard object in the sense it's not given by Oracle. So, but still, it's a platform, I would call it. When I said platform, Sales Cloud, if there is no functionality available, out of the box functionality available, but still you want to bring some data into this application, you can create an entirely new object, which is called custom object, and then you can keep the data there. And then you can add a lot of functionalities like so all the functionalities that you can work on a standard object, like writing workflows, writing triggers, validations, etc. The same can be done on the custom object. So basically, it's a kind of platform rather than a packaged application, which is not available with ERP or supply chain, where they can't create really any kind of custom object there. They have to live with given objects. Okay, but unlike ERP SCM in Sales Cloud, you can create your custom objects, thereby you're creating custom tables at the backend, which we don't need to worry about custom tables. The system will automatically takes care of creating a table at the backend when you're creating an object. So that's how we can actually extend the application to our own convenience to load the data or to bring data from any third-party application, or for that matter, for the same coexisting application from the, let's say, HCM. If you want to bring some data and then store in Sales Cloud. From ERP, you want to bring some data and store in a custom tables here in Sales Cloud, you can do so. So yeah, just follow my terminology. Follow my terminology, like it's a packaged application. It's not a packaged application, unlike HCM or ERP, SCM. It's a platform. Platform would enable you with a lot of tools where you can do a lot of experimenting with creating tables, extending the tables, integrating the tables, etc. So even integrating with third-party application is possible to an extent, given that the other application is having web services, either SOAP or REST. So it supports both ways, either SOAP or REST here. Okay, so let me take a step back. All right, I logged on the navigation. Let me answer any questions if you have. Right. Logged in an application. No. Okay.
Yep.
So
couple of questions, Srinivas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As usual, I logged in as an
what you're saying is
administrator.
in CX is
I'll
giving
talk
you
about
more flexibility when
the
compared to
difference
ERP or
between
HCM or
administrator
SCM,
and then
where you can create your own custom objects, which is not possible.
regular end user. Those are the basic types of users, but
In the other
in terms of end users, there are still many more categories, but let's keep that way. For now.
areas.
Right, absolutely right.
So this
Now,
is
these two
even though we
types,
creating custom objects, it's still part of
contextually, I'll
your
explain
SaaS.
various
We're not
types
going
of
to pass it
roles
on.
and users. How you can manage them. So if you're creating custom objects, that's what I would like to do is like I'd like to put together
if
some
I
kind
want to
of
create custom object in SCM or
HCM, coming.
I have to probably go for PaaS.
I'm using this time to make quickly. PaaS, you said. Yeah. So again,
trying
to open Excel sheet. Let me know. That's possible. Yeah. You can create some tables there, and then you can connect those tables with your HCM, etc. That's very much possible. I'm just trying to put that on the call itself, so make it interactive.
Option where
this will actually help you to prioritize your topics.
Certain
So where you want to spend more time,
to a certain extent
time
within the SaaS itself.
That's right, absolutely.
Okay.
And when it comes to licensing part of it, some applications have some limitations on the storage of the data. Okay, and Sales Cloud within Oracle itself, I'm talking about. I'm not going outside Oracle. So within Oracle itself, maybe I can there is something called Marketing Cloud, which is an APA. And there's a limitation on the usage of the application in terms of the records count. Okay, the size of the data that you're storing in the application. I'm just trying to give the basic overview. And the cost goes up if you are using the what application Sales Cloud. Okay.